more example. So here we see Monday's trading is absolutely insane range. So I'm never going to look for continuations on a range like this. What we notice here is, well, we have no weekly wick. So generally I'm going to trade back to that, especially given this large range, right? So what we see here, we open up the daily candle here, right? And what levels do we have to reverse off of? Well, we have this potentially, this relevant swing in the market. And this one I'm not looking to trade back to because, right, if we trade it all the way down here, we're creating too big of a opposing run. So I'm just gonna look for levels around this, right? But what we do here is we create a relevant swing intraday. So what that means is we open up the candle, kind of consolidate, and what that's doing is leaving failure swings or swing points to reverse off of. And this is my ideal profile. If we go here to ideal profile, is the low of the candle created from a manipulation, right? So this manipulation here creates the wick of the candle to then expand away, creating the body. So let's ask ourselves, let's go to the flow chart again. So trade idea, 1 hour, 4 hour key level. That would be this hourly swing point is our key level to reverse off of, right? So we go to yes, does this candle support expansion? Yes, right? Small wick, right? So then we go here to is the 4 hour candle aligned when we hit this key level? The answer is no, right? So see when we hit this key level, large opposing run. So this one we have to wait for 10 a.m. So since it is a no, right, we go down to here and we have to just simply wait for a new candle to be aligned. And this is when you ask yourself is once this candle opens, is there an already existing model, right? So when this candle opens, let's go see. First, let's check the hourly, right? Mechanically, there is, right? We have this. What about the 30-minute? Same thing, right? And when you pair a manipulation with a driver, this being 930, that's even more high probability, right? When we go back to WAP, the New York reversal, pair that with a driver, that's exactly what we see here. It's even higher probability, right? So let's go to the 5-minute. Right, so why did I not trade the 5-minute? Is it valid? Absolutely. But this candle here didn't reach a key level on the 5-minute. When you go 3-minute, it simply does, right? There's a fair value gap there. So this was my entry that I took. So I actually traded this using this model, obviously. So let me drag all this stuff over here. So let's go back to the flow chart. So since the candle, so we're back at the aligned expansion, right? Because we waited for the new open, now it's aligned. Now we ask yourself, you know, is there already a valid fractal model entry? If the answer is yes, then we just go to trade it, right? If the answer is no, then you simply have to wait for that candle to print one of these three right, entry functions. You have to wait for either continuation, which is what we're trading right now, or you have to wait for the low of this 4 hour candle to be created from a fractal model, or you simply wait for price to trade away and then create a fractal model that's already aligned with the 4 hour expansion, right? So in this case, we're already opening up within it. So we go to fractal model and we just trade the fractal model, right? Since everything is aligned. So let's go back to this, right? So let me just make this simpler here. This was my entry. Let's aim for 2R. 2R is like 2,400 bucks, something. Kind of chops around. And there we go, right? So what is an aligned version? It would be something like this. We have this closure here. When I look at the other asset, we have an SMT here. So see how we create this SMT right here? ES makes a lower low. NQ does not. So within this candle here, this is a candle 2 closure mechanically, right? But within this candle, you don't have a CSD because it's almost an expansion candle, right? So the CSD was here, but since we have an SMT, this now becomes the CSD, right? So now C3 creates the CSD. So this is, you can enter this right here or right here, right? Doesn't matter. So that's another potential entry, and that would be the aligned version.